Okay, guys, Antoine here, and you're welcome to another episode of Mad Talk, Making a Difference. We're here with Taylor Clark. You can say hello, or
Hi.
whatever you want to
I
do.
didn't know if that was my
Oh no,
cue.
you're good. So, just to introduce this segment to you, Taylor, and to everyone else, I told you about it, but I just want to reiterate it. In this segment, we're going to be talking about different ways that individuals around the world are making a difference. Some of the interviews that you could have seen is me interviewing Amelia from Australia, Evan Carmichael, and Elizabeth, which all are going to be coming out pretty soon. Link in the description box. I'm also going to have Taylor's all of her social media, everything like that in the description box as well. So, Taylor, let's start it off. Who is Taylor Clark?
Loaded question. Seriously, I'm still really figuring that out. But I would say Taylor is somebody who is constantly trying to improve her life, not only financially, emotionally, spiritually, health, fitness, everything. I just want to elevate my life in all elements. And my truest passions right now in my life are fun, health, and traveling. So for me, it looks like traveling the world, gaining, knowledge from different cultures, experiencing and learning from all kinds of different walks of life, and just absorbing as much as I can at the moment and just improving my life every day.
Yeah, because I've learned so much about you over the past couple of months, maybe even a year now, because of the fact that everything that happened with Gary Vee until now, and then I'm a part of
Mhm.
your Digital Era group. Also, link to the Digital Era group down in the description. Definitely join. It's the greatest group around. It's
It
the It
is.
really is because it's the only Facebook group that I've seen so much engagement where we have a community of people each trying to help each other.
It's really amazing.
It's
The
really
group,
lit.
it's like nothing else I've ever experienced, and I'm, like, pleasantly shocked, actually, just really freaking excited with the amount of engagement that's in there, and I think because it's mostly people around the world, it's 60% international, like, outside of the US, so it's a really diverse group of all kinds of different walks of life, and we're all literally in the same place in our life, always trying to just improve and get to that next level.
Now, can you give our viewers a little bit of a description of the Facebook group and what exactly goes on in there and what was like, this is your brainchild, this is your baby.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah.
like sell us your baby.
So, the Digital Era is a Facebook group that originally was launched with the idea of it being a community that we built around adding value within the digital nomad niche. Because I had started a apparel company, DNA, and we were finding that people weren't wanting to connect with the brand because there wasn't really something to connect to yet. So anyone who wants to start an apparel brand, you got to have that community first. So that's where the idea originally came from, was to build that community up. So me and my friend Dave, who's in the UK, we started it and sat on it and never did anything with it, never invited anyone to it, nothing for maybe like 2 or 3 weeks. Then, after speaking with Gary Vee, he basically was like, yeah, you need to build that Facebook group. Only once I actually decided to grow it, it was no longer having to do with the apparel brand anymore. It was, I really just wanted to create a community of people just like me because I know they're out there. And it's surrounded literally around the idea of starting off in whatever phase in your life you're at. And we're all in this place where we're trying to just grow and hustle and grind and build something and get to that next like phase in our life. And I think that happens much easier and faster when you have a community around you to encourage you and to help you through it. And maybe, someone's got that set of skills that you don't have that helps you get to that next step. And that's really what this group has turned into. It's really turned into that community that you can reach out to, ask questions, use for beta testing. Like, we're all in the same place of just really collaborating, massive collaboration and engagement so that we can all rise at the same time.
Okay, now how valuable is having a community like this? Because I've
Oh, it's
seen
everything.
yeah, because I've seen so many different people need a group like this on Facebook, on Instagram, something like that. And that's what social media is.
I'm kind of shocked that something like this, if it's not already created, there's now almost 1,500 people in the group in less than 2 months. And it's growing every single day. There's people in the community who have already collaborated and said that they've got so much value in these last 60 days that now they're inviting their friends into it. It's crazy to me that if it didn't already exist, I'm the first one, which I highly doubt it. But if
Mhm.
anything, this one is at least extremely successful where other groups may not be. Because there's nothing for me to gain other than literally the collaborations. Like, we're all trying to rise at the same time. We're all learning from each other. We're all growing. Like, I'm not in this group. I didn't start this group to sell anything. So maybe that's why this group is different, because the minute I see spam in the group of anyone trying to sell their stuff, it gets deleted. So it's literally adding value, and everyone is trying to add as much value as they can, which is really, really cool to me.
I agree because I've never seen anyone really sell anything in there. I might have seen somebody try to. To me, sometimes it's hard to draw that line from
Mhm.
where somebody's selling something or somebody's actually trying to provide you with some value.
We don't wanna be those sticklers who are, like, deleting all this content that actually could potentially help somebody else out. So if we don't see
Mhm.
any engagement on it, we're taking that as no one is seeing that as a genuine or a value add, and we're just deleting it.
I agree because if they did it once, they're going to try it again.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And it's funny because in the, entry to be in the group, one of the questions is, "Are you trying to promote your business in here?" And I even put in there in parentheses, "Hint, this is not the place for that." So it's very clear even when they're joining it, and even then, I still see people I read every single question and answer, and we get people, "Yeah, I wanna promote my business." Immediate decline, like, "I'm not even accepting you in here."
Hmm.
So it is a very high quality group of people within this group. I'm very selective on who I'm actually letting in, because I will not let you in if that's your end goal.
Just going back to how much value that's embedded in you guys. I think because me, I'm very into like reading people or just auras and things like that about a person. You can tell when somebody's being fake, and then you can also tell when somebody's being authentic about it. Now,
Yep.
what is something that you've noticed out of like someone like Spencer compared to someone like the one of the people that you banned? It doesn't matter who their name are. It's just one of the people that you banned.
I think that's actually one of the things that I noticed too, is that energy that they're actually putting off, the words that they're saying, do they align with their actions? Because when I'm looking for authenticity, which has been a really, fine line that I'm trying to distinguish between people who are authentically trying to add value versus people who are pretending to want to add value
Mhm.
for that secret plug. And I think it's easiest to distinguish within the language that they're using and how they're going about it. So, to be honest, there's people who create videos that have zero logos, zero plugs, zero links. It's literally a video for the group that they created off of content they've already created for their channels. So it's not copy and paste, it's original. So that's been a big thing. If you are really wanting to add value to these people, then you're going to create something special for them. It's easy to find that people are doing it the right way or they're doing it the wrong way. And not that it's wrong, but there's a difference. So for me, it's the same thing. I try to read energy, I tried to read between the lines. If something just doesn't feel right, like in the gut, you just kind of know that something's off. Your intuition is by far the best determining factor when it comes to that kind of stuff. I always follow your intuition. The more that you're in tune with your intuition too, I think the more it tells you. I listen to my intuition all the time.
I understand that because I'm a big proponent for the law of attraction. And one thing about the law of attraction is ever since I got that in my life since I was 19 until now, it's ultimately changed my life because it provided me with the answers for why my life has been the way it's been, and that I have more control and more power over my life than what a lot of people think. And like Eduardo, his
Yep.
podcast, yeah, just I'm gonna plug him too in the description box as well since I mentioned it. His podcast, Aspiring, is up and coming entrepreneurs, right? That's the name of
Yep,
it.
I believe
Yeah.
so. That's what he changed it to.
All right, because it was aspiring at first, now it's up and coming. All
Mhm.
right, up and coming entrepreneurs on there. I've liked a lot of the different stories that I've heard on there, and something that me and him was in agreement is that once you take 100% responsibility over your life, you truly become in control of your life. How you feel about that? Like, what's your mindset on that one?
I 1000% agree. I'm a huge firm believer of the law of attraction. I think that everything has its own energy source or whatever you want to call it. And when you're putting out a certain energy, you're going to get that energy back to you tenfold. So,
Yes,
one of the
ma'am.
greatest things that I've taken away from all these Tony Robbins events that I've gone to is not only do you have to personally create the energy that you want to receive back. So if you're a positive person, you receive positivity back. If negative is around you, like it is everywhere, you're not going to absorb it. It's not going to affect you when you're in a positive state. So that's been a huge thing for me. And the law of attraction's legit. Like what you put out there, what you say, and you believe it and your actions align with it. Cause it's not just you gotta say, I want $1 million, I want $1 million, and then it's gonna happen. Like it doesn't work like that. But if you say something enough, you believe it, you feel it in your bones, and your actions map towards it, it happens. And it happens more so than somebody who's just taking action. So I'm a firm believer in it because, especially last year, about 10 days before I had that call with Gary Vee, I was laying in my bed, staring up at my ceiling, and I literally was just talking to the universe saying, if I could get 10 minutes with Gary Vee, I know my life would change forever. And I just kept thinking about it and I felt it like, holy shit, what if that actually happened? And literally a week later, it fucking happened. I mean, you gotta feel it to your nervous system to make the law of attraction really happen.
The weirdest thing about the law of attraction to me is that there when people try to disprove it. Here's my thing. There's this old saying that if you continue to do what you've always done, you continue to get what you've always gotten.
Yep.
Meaning that if you continue to be on that type of mindset and that type of frequency, you're going to keep on getting that type of things happening to you. So if you think, oh, I'm so unlucky, the world hates me, I have no friends, I can't get a girl, things like that, that's going to become true because that becomes your reality.
Yep.
Your mind is stronger than what you know. And I feel like there's so many people that underestimate it.
Yeah, and literally what people don't know is language is one of the 3 pillars needed to change. It's language, focus, and physiology. So what you're telling yourself, what your subconscious is saying, all that stuff is affecting you. One thing that I actually kind of had a big realization today was because I have a Tony Robbins coach as well,
Mhm.
and we were talking and I've been working on my health and fitness for years and I've been struggling. I've been roller coasting, yo yoing up and down, never being able to constantly stick to it. And I noticed today when I was talking with her and she pointed it out to me was I constantly am telling myself, why can't I just lose the weight? Why can't I do that? Why can't I just stick to it? Why can't I just stick to the diet? Why can't I just be healthy? Why can't I just be a vegan? I'm telling myself I can't
Mhm.
all the time subconsciously. The language alone is the thing that's preventing me from actually getting to the goal that I want. So we did something today and she's basically rewired it and she's like, I can do it. I can get to the fitness goal I want. I can be a vegan. I can do all this stuff. And once you start telling yourself that, which I'm going to be doing, I'm super excited about it. I'm excited to see how that changes. But language is huge, huge, huge.
And I agree with you because, like, they say sticks and stones can break my bones, but words can never hurt me. No, words hurt forever
Yeah,
because
that's bullshit.
yes, it is. Words are stronger than what we know. I bet, especially in anybody's insecurities, whatever your insecurities is, you had somebody commented on about it before
Yep.
and say something to you about it. I've had people do it to me, and I remember those words in the back of my mind. And then when certain things happen, when I get low on myself, those things go back into my head. And to break that tide, you have to think more positively about things. You have to know that you're in full control of your life. And all those excuses that you let dwell on your life are excuses.
Exactly.
I've had excuses myself for making content because I have a team of 15 other college students who work with me on CreatorSourceStudios, our production company that we've built. And there have been times where I will listen to them on, oh yeah, we should take this much time to stay in the planning stage instead of just doing it. Because at the end of the day, until you actually do it, I don't give a damn how good of a plan you come up with. It's kind of like business plans, for instance.
Yep.
There's been no business that has ever stuck to a business plan 100%.
Oh, for sure.
No business at
Yep.
all.
Literally, I can attest to that because I planned for like 2 years post graduation of this apparel company I've always wanted. And I had excuses of why I never started it. Money was the biggest one. Oh, I don't have the money to do it. It's going to cost so much money. Oh, I don't have the contacts. But I kept planning for that one day when I got the money, I could just go. And last year, I was like, screw that. I'm just going to figure it out. And I started with a plan. And within like a month, plan changed. And then a month later, changed again. And a month later, changed again.
Mm-hmm.
Like, once you start, the blueprint of how it should be starts to unfold. The one thing you might stick to through and through is your mission. Like, that shouldn't change, but how you get there is. So, I mean, if you're making excuses of, oh, we should plan more, no, you need to do more.
You
You'll
need to do
figure
more.
it out as you go.
And that's what I noticed about a lot of different people. And that's what even Gary has said multiple times is that people aren't doing when you really think about it. Like so many people say it's saturated doing a YouTube channel and doing all these different things. How many people do you know, especially over the summer, who are college students doing YouTube videos, working on content, trying to build a business for
Personally,
themselves?
none until I created this Facebook group.
You see?
Like, in my personal life, there isn't one person in my personal life, friends and family,
Mhm.
not one, who is trying to achieve the level of quality of life that I'm trying to do. So it's crazy to me how everyone's just stuck in that bubble of, oh, I'm doing so much. I'm just doing so much with right now.
No, not at all. And my thing is, I'm trying to understand people's mindsets behind that because I'm trying to be, have empathy for them and say, yo, I understand, it's this, and this. But also at the same time, it's like you want to hold them accountable, but then you also want to have empathy for them. And you're trying to balance that out. Where do you think that balance comes from, in your opinion?
I think everyone's balance is going to be different. If you're on an outside perspective looking at the person, I think you got to really know that person because some people might need a lighter touch. They might not want the full force bluntness of you fucking suck, or they might need it a little more fluffed up than that. They might need a little,
You can
"Oh, this
improve
is
on
really
this.
good. Yeah, you can do better, I think, in like this area, but it was really good overall." Like, I'm not the type of person to fluff up. Like,
No,
I need give it to me straight, give it to me raw. I want everything that I did wrong, and if there's nothing I've done right, don't make one up. So,
I
for
agree.
me, I need the truth. For other people I know, they need a little fluff or else they're literally going to be crushed and they'll never even try again. I think it's a delicate balance with the individual that you're trying to help. People who make excuses, it's a pattern. It's a pattern that they have in every aspect of their life of why they're not doing something. And those people are probably the ones who are also looking at others and judging them on what they're doing.
Oh yeah,
So if
they
you're
are.
making excuses for yourself, let's say you want to be a YouTuber, let's just put that one there. But the excuses start coming. Oh, I don't have the right lights. Oh, I don't have a good camera. Oh, I don't have the time. I don't have this. Like, guaranteed, they're also ones watching a shit ton of YouTube videos and critiquing all the other YouTubers actually doing it.
Yeah, they
The
are.
watchers are the ones who aren't taking action, yet they seem to be the most vocal on other people taking action. And what's funny is for the people who are taking action, you gotta be like a steel tank and not listen to what all the watchers are doing. Because technically, if you're trying to build, a social following, you're banking on the fact that people are watching you and you want
Mhm.
that to grow. But if you're so consumed about what they think versus your own intuition about what you want to create, you're never going to feel that freedom that you should while building a personal brand.
I agree. And like even my story, even from telling people different things about what it is that I do, what it is that I've overcame, or just my mindset towards things. I was so taken aback that there were people in the group, in the digital era group, who were telling me because they ended up following me on Instagram, and then they found out about that young entrepreneur, which is the playlist that I do on the Creator Source Studios channel, documenting my story and documenting how I'm building a production company. There were so many people that told me, "Oh, well, that provided me with so much value. I never thought of anything like that. It's so incredible that you're putting your story out and stuff." And me, I was looking at it. I was like, I only got like 17 subscribers, 36 views on that video, on these videos at the most. I was like, how even the one that had the least video quality is the one that had the most views. Is
Yep,
the one that had the most views. The one that I did on my phone and then I like put this wacky, like ugly filter on has the most views out of all of them. And I'm
that's
still
amazing.
and I'm still sitting here, wondering to myself, I'm like, is this really the formula? Is it this simple?
Yeah, I
You
think
just tell your
mhm,
story and do that?
I think people are so overcomplicating it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when I really think about it, people are trying to create something new, something different, something revolutionary, something that's gonna be amazing. And when it comes to content, thing that's so innovative, it's already just you. Like, everyone is so unique. Everyone has such diverse stories. You don't need to try to make something insanely different or creative. Like, tell your story. It's already different and creative.
Let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
How has the digital era impacted our world, and how do you believe people can capitalize on that to really make a change?
Yeah. So the digital era group, I've already seen people interacting with each other.
Mhm.
And to be honest, there's so many people in the group. It's 1,500 people, but there's about, I would say, 10 to 12 people of names that I personally recognize every time I see them come through. Now, for the other users, because I'm an admin for the members of the group, they're probably seeing a whole bunch of different people that I'm not even seeing. So the one post that I saw the other day was of this woman, and she had tagged two people in the group who I've never recognized their names. And she basically said, I can't believe how amazing this group is already. These two people that she tagged have already had such an impact on my life and what I'm doing that all I can do is just express gratitude. And she made this post about these two other people in the group. And I had personally never seen them pop up on my feed. So I'm like, holy shit. Like, I thought I was seeing a lot, but I ain't seeing shit if this is what's happening and I don't even know about it.
There you
So
go.
the group is literally all about networking, finding your tribe. Like, I think the digital era is a massive tribe, but within massive tribes, you have your people. And she found two people, and I couldn't be more excited for the future of more collaborations, more networking, more interactions. I mean, people are just really making true connections. So how it is and impacting, it's really changing people's perspectives, and this is a broad statement. I mean, I would say it's even changing some people's lives right now, to be honest.
Like people, when you say change your life, they think, oh, now they're living in a new place. Now they're making more money, something like that.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about mindset change.
Yes.
Mindset change. It changes your mindset and it makes you believe in yourself. Like they say, you only have one life, but people don't really comprehend that. I mean, really think about this. Really think about this. You're not going to do this again.
Yeah.
You're not gonna do this again. Like, yo, I mean, there's many things in your life that you can do over again, like take a driver's test over again, you know, eat ice cream again. You can do that over again, but you cannot live life over again. People
Even this
aren't gonna do that.
day. Yeah.
Nah, nah, I can't live this day over again. I wish I could. It all comes down to you knowing that life happens, deal with it, move on, and continue pushing forward. So, Taylor,
Mhm.
I got two more questions for you. First one,
Cool.
what gifts does Taylor have to give to the world?
I think one of the greatest gifts that I have, which I'm still uncovering right now, I guess you could say peeling of the onion, um, is I'm a true practitioner. I don't want to tell people how to do something unless I've done it already. So I have an experience behind it. I'm trying to build a business right now for myself before I ever try to tell other people this is how you build a business.
Mhm.
I I'm a true believer in do it first and figure out a way to that place, to that result, and then you have validity to tell someone else how to do it too. So I think that's one of my gifts is I like to try to deconstruct things, understand it, live it, breathe it, succeed or fail at it, and then be able to talk about it. One of my other gifts, I'm insanely creative, like true creator brain. Whenever I read about, testimonials of some of the greatest people in the world, let's say someone writes about how they worked with Steve Jobs once and his brain just works in this way and it's crazy and all that stuff. I actually have a brain that works in that way. So for me, it's really cool because I feel like I have some like insider cool brain thing going on. Um, but I would say I think outside of the box 99.9% of the time. Like, what box? There is no box. So I would say the ability to be creative, the ability to practice and do before I preach. And then I think in the future, I'm going to have a really high skill of being able to lead people. Um, I don't think I'm quite there yet. I don't think the validity is there yet, but it's definitely something that I'm working on because I want to help other people be able to live what they love every single day. Like that's actually my goal. So to live
Wait,
what you love is
got you.
something that I'm currently working on. I want to be able to say that every single day I wake up and I'm super excited for the life I'm living and what I'm doing. That in truth, that's not my reality yet. But I'm working on it and I have a really great path right now that I'm on. And once I get to that place, that's going to be what I do is help others do the same.
The last thing that I want to ask you, I'm going to give you 2 minutes
Mhm.
to give a 2 minute pitch on what you want to do to make a difference in this world.
Whoo. All right. So for me, I actually have a semi clear vision for my 10, 20, 30, 40 year plan. And it really is pretty simple. I plan on practicing before I preach. I really want to build a business that becomes a fucking mammoth of success so that I can preach to other people and help them have mammoth success as well. I really see myself as a Forbes 30 under 30. I truly do. I see myself as being financially free by the time I turn 25. I see myself as somebody who creates this, goes through the struggles, goes through the emotions, the craziness, ups and downs of entrepreneurship, and documents it in such an authentic way that it gives others permission to fuck up too. It gives others permission to go through the rough times, the good times, the bad times. I want to be as real and authentic as possible, document that, create that success, and to be honest, I also see myself being the youngest Shark Tank person, entrepreneur. I want to invest in other young entrepreneurs. I want to be that investor, mentor, point of guidance for other people. And I mean, really, I want to live what I love every single day, wake up and be excited. And then I want to help other people do that too. And the only way I can see that even being possible is if I do it for myself first. Because I can only teach somebody what I know. So I need
Mhm.
to live it, breathe it, do it first, and then help others do the same thing. And that's what I see as my way of giving back to the world is helping others to be able to live what they love.
All right, guys. Well, it was a pleasure having you, Taylor. We're definitely going to be bringing you back again. I'm trying to see if I can bring multiple of you guys at once, where we can do like a big mastermind
Okay.
hangout.
Ooh, I
Where-
like that.
Yeah, this could be really, really cool. We can even do it with the Digital Era group, or we can just do it with a couple of
Ooh,
different people
that'd
and
be
just bring
cool.
them in there. All right. So I'm gonna close this out for you, guys. All of Taylor's social media information, everything that she does is going to be in the description box below. Um, definitely follow her. Definitely become a part of the Digital Era group. I cannot stress how great this group is. It helps everyone that's involved, and it also spotlights your strengths while minimizing your weaknesses and help you capitalize on that to become better in your life. Just definitely follow her. This is a girl who's going to be talked about probably 10 years down the road. We're going to be talking about this interview that we done together, Taylor. It's
I
going to
see
be
it.
really great.
I see it.
Yes, it's gonna be really great. You do a really good job. Just continue following her, continue following us. If you found value in this video, share it, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next episode of Mad Talk. Catch you in the next one.